for Hamiga. To beat the buzzer. Daniel, fade away. Money.
There you go, it's going to be a shot clock violation.
Puts it up on the buzzer, gets it to go!
Soglu, whoa! Swallow doubled up. Wide open. It's good! It's good! And that's...
I'll have a strong, smooth, creamy latte.
Be your own barista at Coles Express. Award-winning Coles Urban coffee culture from just $1.
Express yourself!
At Coles Express.
Double take. Don't need to be a millionaire to roll this kind of way. Yeah, I got the recipe to do it every day. Straight to the top, and that's where we gon' stay. Yeah. Step it up, step it up, yeah. Yeah, we do it every day. Step it up, step it up.
Take it to the next level.
Step it up.
Mitsubishi Pajero Sport. Elevate your adventure.
Suffer from muscle or mild joint pain? Try Zia Pain Relief Cream from Zia, an anti-inflammatory cream providing temporary pain relief using natural active ingredients. Experience the Zia difference at zia.com.au.
Straight into Collingwood, Carlton, and then St Kilda and the Giants, and you've got the perfect Sunday. Am I right, Tomo?
How good is that? No Luke Lee's going by the way for those playing at home for Diamond Valley. He's in the tracksuit and the jacket, so Luke Lee's game will not be taking any part in this game this afternoon. And then from the Melbourne Tigers perspective, they've got almost their entire squad as per program, but Diamond Valley were good last night. Again, we spoke about it off air. Dejan Vasiljevic has headed off to America. He was only here for a short stint, but a real like for like, because you get someone like Jock Perry who's got NBL experience on his back with time at the Tassie Jack Jumpers. He had a short stint last year at the Casey Cavaliers. He comes into this Diamond Valley team looking absolutely solid. He was fantastic last night.
Yeah, I'm very keen to see him play. Jeez, he's tall, isn't he?
He is a big, big boy, that's for sure. Some other players to look out for too. Ingor Manyang's having a massive purple patch of form as well this season, so I really enjoyed watching him play. And of course, Joel Capitola was good last night too, 16, 2 and 3 respectively.
What about the keys for Melbourne to win today, Tomo? What are you thinking?
Definitely, you've got to try and shut down the likes of Manyang, who's very, very athletic, Jock Perry. I really like the work of Manjal Worthy over the course of the season so far. And then you've got your small-time players, your Joel Capitolas, Eric Fritzis, not bad off the pine either when he gets going. And of course, BJ Simons, who is probably one of the strongest players in the NBL1. If you look at his Instagram, BJ Simons, he's a powerlifter by trade. So he's a big boy and he's a strong man, that's for sure. It's BJ Simons for Diamond Valley. As we're going to see the starting five come out here for Diamond Valley. So you've got Mandrell Werby, Jock Perry, Joel Capitola, Ngor Manyang and Erica Fritzis on the floor for Diamond Valley. And then for Melbourne, we'll have the starting five very, very shortly. It's good to see, I think, Ben Allen, who is the leader by trade here for the Diamond Valley Eagles, former Townsville Croc, former Sydney King. I know Ben Allen very, very well from my time at Diamond Valley. One of the nicest blokes you ever meet, but he's just enjoying the fact that he's in his late 30s. This is the twilight of his career. He's enjoying the fact that he gets to play a bit of ball on weekends, in between being a PE teacher, during the course of the weekdays with his day job. He's just enjoying it right now. And of course, the starting five for the Melbourne Tigers, as it generally is, it is Taj Chahal, it is Mason Gaze, Jack Purchase, Callum McDonald, and Michael Wern.
It's all smiles here, isn't it, Tomo? Everyone's got a big old grin on their face. Let's see if that starts after the tip.
So opening tip here between Melbourne and Diamond Valley will be Jock Perry and Callum McDonald. McDonald got a bit more of a mismatch on him in this one. Jock Perry's got a couple of inches on top of him, but won it easily over Jock Perry, which is a massive surprise. I thought Perry would have won that opening tip.
That's a massive early win for the Melbourne Tigers.
Here's Gaze at the 45 to Purchase. They want to try and get off to a great start. Didn't get that good start last week and got stripped by Manyang, who can go. And Manyang almost got it. Manjal Werby tried to get the O board, couldn't do so. McDonald able to really just stop Worthy in his tracks there. Purchase in for McDonald. He draws his foul.
Lovely by McDonald early, and I think there's a lot in common with McDonald and Angelique Francis from the women's team, where they just do a lot of the dirty work and they win those loose balls, and they also attack the basket tough.
Absolutely. So Callum McDonald to the first bite of the cherry from the line this afternoon from a Tigers perspective. Misses on the first. But again, Diamond Valley going for a bit more speed on the pine in the opening minutes of this one, and McDonald goes 0 of 2 there, which is a bit surprised. Thought he would have gone at least 50%. He hasn't put his head down, which is good to see. So Eric Kafritz is up the floor here. To Perry, back to Kafritzis, to Worthy, Capitola. So you've got to keep your eyes out too, Ollie. There's 2 Kafritzes on the list here for Diamond Valley, blocked off by Purchase.
I was just noticing on the key there that Jock Perry and Jack Purchase were being quite physical with each other early, and that's a good early block for Jack Purchase.
Kafritzes kicks it off to Mandrell Worthy in the corner. No good in the end there for Worthy for the Eagles, and up go the Tigers through Chahal, straight over to Purchase, back to Chahal at the top of the key here for Melbourne, to Wern. Jack Purchase going to try and get the first bucket he can. So Melbourne's off the mark here, 2-0. Quickly here to Worthy, Mandrell Worthy going to try and get the first bucket for Diamond Valley. He does. Ties things up at 2 apiece.
Lovely take there.
And that's Diamond Valley's strong suit. They are quick in transition. Gaze, Purchase, McDonald, Wern at the 45 here for Melbourne. For Purchase, Wern might drive, does so. Layup is good for Michael Wern.
Michael Wern played extremely well last time we commentated, Tomo, so maybe he gets up for when we're on the commentary team.
100%. Eric Fritzes hands it off now to Mandrell Worthy at the opposite 45 here for Diamond Valley. Thought was going to go to Kafritzis, goes to Capitola instead, and Capitola drops the 3. And Diamond Valley take the early lead here, 5-4, 7:46 left in the first. Wern to Gaze to the 45. McDonald, Purchase.
And just quietly, Capitola looks like he's limping slightly.
Bit of a concern for Diamond Valley. Chahal.
This looks a bit proppy, don't you reckon, Tomo?
Yeah. Maybe he's still a bit sore after the game he had last night against Bendigo, so.
Yeah, needs to warm those muscles up.
Yeah. Kafritzis, that's Eric, of course. Lucas is on the bench. I know Lucas very, very well. Capitola, Perry. Back over to Eric Kafritzis. Inside for Perry, and that's an easy bucket for the big man.
Perfect pick and roll there.
And Capitola straight away.
Yeah, I noticed he was looking a bit proppy, but he subbed himself out here.
Yeah, and he was happy to sort of...
Looks like a foot injury or something like that.
He was happy to commit that foul too, so he can get himself off the floor. So probably a smart way of doing things from a Joel Capitola perspective, but fingers crossed, it's nothing more than that. So Tigers now in the hands of Taj Chahal. To Gaze. Gaze, oh, backdoors, great there for McDonald. That's much better. As Ryan Boquette is on the floor now for Diamond Valley. Kafritzis is Capitola's behind us. Ollie just in a bit of displeasure, so we'll keep our eyes peeled on. He's run as Wern. And here we go, bucket for bucket in the early goings, which is good to see.
Yeah, very similar to the women's game for that first quarter, eh, Tomo?
Absolutely. He's Boquette, hands it off now to Mandrell Worthy, and Worthy hits the 3. So Eagles back in front by 2. Gaze, McDonald, Chahal, Purchase, back to Gaze. Purchase, long range 3 here from Jack. Couldn't hit the Purchase on that bucket there, unfortunately, for Jack. Kafritzis, end-to-end stuff. Jawsy's fouled as Eric.
Great take, and I think it was Mason Gaze accidentally smacked his head.
And that's the one thing about Eric Kafritzis too, is I've seen him play a lot of NBL1. I've seen him play a lot of university basketball. He's playing for Latrobe University in the UBL at the moment. He is very fast on transition, and can be very dangerous too. He's really athletic individuals. Eric Fritzes is the first one. Got
Well, you can
easily
see
there for Eric.
Manyang there got the rebound and just gave it straight to him to run that transition offense.
Fritzes gets the second one to go down. And now Diamond Valley out by 4 with 5:50 left in the first. Chahal, Gaze, Wern, McDonald, Purchase. It's going to go to Gaze. Worthy's following him. So Purchase had to go to Wern instead. Wern, bounce pass, no good for McDonald. He's going to stay with Melbourne. And senior official says no, it went behind, and it's going to go the way of Diamond Valley.
I thought Wern could have just taken that. I feel like he tried to get a bit too cute with it, make that behind the back pass and cause the turnover.
I was about to see Desmond O'Reilly back on the floor, I should say, for the first time this afternoon. Get another senior player in this Diamond Valley lineup alongside Ben Allen, who has led this team since the inaugural NBL1 season back in 2019. Erica Fritzes, long range three.
Lovely shot there.
17-10 in favour of Diamond Valley in the early goings. Wern, Purchase. McDonald to Wern at the 45. Purchase, shot from the foul line, no good. McDonald, the tap in is better.
There we go, Tomo, what I was telling you about. McDonald just always finds himself in the right position.
Yep.
He's obviously a big boy, but sometimes slightly undersized. But if he gets in the right position, you can make plays like that and get that tip in.
Long range here for Mandrell Worthy, no good in the anchor. Fritz is trying to tap that one in. Hits the deck, gets up. It's with the Tigers though, through Purchase. Chahal, he's going to go three. He hits the three beautifully to Taj Chahal. And Taj goes up to 5 points for the game.
Lovely move there around the screen. Was able to create the separation, knock down the triple.
He's Boquette. Floater here from Ryan Boquette, no good. McDonald, right place, right time, as you said, Ollie. Doing everything right on both ends of the court. Purchase, trying to get through, can't get through. McDonald again trying to go for the tap in. Kafritza says no, hands it off to Manyang. Manyang to Worthy, and Worthy puts it in. As we see.
That is the perfect 2-on-1 drill that
Yeah.
you do as a kid. Stayed level with him as he approached the basket, make the pass if the defender goes to you.
Early timeout, and Diamond Valley lead by 4. So you're taking the first 6 minutes of this first quarter.
A lot of offense for both teams. They're both getting quite wide open looks. I feel like Diamond Valley are getting a bit more around the basket, which is always helpful. But Jack Purchase has missed a couple open looks, and I feel like it's a pretty even game at the moment.
Trevor Lee addressing the troops right now from a Diamond Valley perspective. And again, they're so quick in transition, Diamond Valley, which is what Benny got, because I watched the highlights of the game from last night this morning before I came here this afternoon. Ollie, and the one thing that Diamond Valley was so good in yesterday was just the quick transition points that Diamond Valley were able to put on the Bendigo Braves, and that's the reason why they won by 14 last night.
Yeah, well, we've already noticed that, where they are very quick to get into their fast-paced players, give it to them straight off the rebound, create the offense, and just create a bit of chaos. So Melbourne are trying to find their man, but they just don't have time.
This Capitola still in a bit of discomfort, so it's definitely be a foot or an ankle issue there for Joel Capitola. So he's not in a good way at the moment, that's for sure. So we'll keep our eyes peeled on Joel Capitola, and hopefully he can sort of shake it off, because he was good last night. 16-2-3 in that win against the Bendigo Braves. Melbourne, their first and only time they're playing a game this weekend. So they'll be fresh off the 13-point defeat at the hands of the Knox Raiders. Yes, last week here at MSAC. McDonald misses on the shot. BJ Simons on the floor for the first time. Boquette finds Manyang. Manyang over the top. BJ Simons and Boquette both wanted it. Boquette said to BJ, here you go, you can have it. He'll step back with the 2 ball. Misses on the shot. But really couldn't get on the back end of Wern. And Wern's away here for Melbourne. Purchase. Right spot there for Jack Purchase. Just couldn't get it to go down. And he's struggling from outside so far this afternoon, Jack Purchase, which is not good to see from him. Manyang. Boquette to a wheelie. O'Reilly, can he get it in? He can. Desmond O'Reilly, easy 2 points there for the veteran.
A lot of
Desmond
contact
O'Reilly.
there as well. Could have almost been an M1 there. Lovely finish, though. Lovely finish.
100%. Matty Reynolds on for his first minutes as well. Here's Chahal. Step back shot is good here for Chahal. He misses. O'Reilly did well. And hands it off to Reynolds. Matty Reynolds up the floor. BJ Simons. Going to try and get that off Jack Purchase to try and get it out. Up to not to. Purchase makes friends to the Diamond Valley bench. Hands it off to Word.
Oh.
Gaze. Easy as you like for Mason. Tap on the head and everything.
Took advantage of the defender's energy going one way, crossed him up, and was able to get to the basket for a lovely finish by Gazy.
So here's Reynolds, as Lucas is about to check in for the first time this afternoon. Boquets. Manyang. To O'Reilly. He's going to shoot that easily.
O'Reilly, he's got such a physical advantage, and he's just having his way with Jack Purchase in the K.
6 points the margin in favour of Diamond Valley, I should say. McDonald's dries well. There's Callum McDonald, cuts it back to 4.
McDonald returns serve.
Boquet, Simons. Back to Boquet. Reynolds. At the 45 is Matty Reynolds. And it's going to stay with Diamond Valley as Lucas Kafritzis will check in for his first minutes of the afternoon. And checking in for Melbourne, McDonald and Wern goes out. And Remo Siminkevicius and Felix Von Hoff in for his first minutes of the afternoon. The Bachelor's on the floor now, Ollie, which is good to see. Ball in the hands of Reynolds. Over the top. Siminkevicius did well there. Finds Gaze. He drives. Gaze draws his foul though and will go to the line for the extras. But Remo did really well there to cause the turnover. I mean, good overhead pass. Found Gaze. Again, it's just Gaze's unorthodox running just stops a lot of the opposition in their tracks.
Yeah, he alters his pace a lot, which creates a lot of contact like there. He took the contact. The ref was waiting to see if the ball went in, and if it didn't go in, so rewarded him with 2 free throws.
Mason drops them. Drops one of them at least, 1 or 2, so margin back at 3. Minute 21 left in the first. Similar to what I saw in the women's, a very entertaining first quarter to start this game off, which is good to see. Boquet up the floor. Reynolds in for O'Reilly. He can't get it to go down, but he'll have to do it the hard way now.
Melbourne are having a real struggle with O'Reilly early. Jack Purchase was undersized, and then the Bachelor couldn't even stop him there.
It's hard for Felix, isn't it?
Yeah.
As Matt Reynolds gets a bit of instruction there from Trevor Lee. Desmond O'Reilly. Averaging 5 points so far this season. Comes over for Diamond Valley this season, formerly of Kilsyth. Goes 2 from 2 there, it's Desmond O'Reilly. As Koshak's in for his first minutes, finds Siminkevicius.
O'Reilly has just had such a great start to this game, don't you think, Tomo?
100% he does. He's also very hard to stop too. He's causing a lot of headaches for Felix, as that pass there from Koshak was a bit too much there in the end for Remo Siminkevicius.
Yeah, he's built like a Mack truck, so I reckon he'll enjoy these undersized matchups.
Yeah. And it's good to put someone as experienced as Felix Von Hoff on him too.
Yeah, well, Felix obviously has a lot of size to him as well, but I think you're going to have to double him at some point if he can keep, look, he's just getting such good positions. Mr. Bunny there, but again, such a good look, and you can just run that again and again. And the undersized defenders are just having their work cut out for them.
He's Von Hoff at the 45 for Melbourne. Purchase. They want to try and keep it at 1 possession before quarter time. And he's going to stay with Melbourne. So it'll be Von Hoff to inbound here from the sideline. To Koshak from Melbourne. Chahal. Finds Von Hoff. Von Hoff, long range 3. No good in the end. Siminkevicius just trying to get the O board. Tapped it back to BJ Simons. for the Eagles, and Kafritzis, Lucas that is, up the floor, finds Boquette.
10 seconds left in this first term.
So Ryan Boquette, going to use a Willie as a screen, shoots from the elbow, short on the shot.
That was good defense there. I think that was a tip block.
Purchase, long range.
Oh!
Tried to go for broke, couldn't do so, but at quarter time, Diamond Valley have a 5-point margin going their way, 25 points to 20, Ollie Landos.
I just thought that Diamond Valley had such a big physical advantage in that quarter, and they made the most of it. You had Jock Perry with a good pick and roll there for a nice easy basket, and then O'Willy's just having his way with the small defenders down there on the block, absolutely taking them to town, backing them down, and just getting a clean look at it every time, because there's only so much you can do when you're undersized.
Absolutely, and I like the game so far for Eric Kafritzis. Again, I've got to watch a bit of his games in Big V when Lucas was playing for Diamond Valley in its inaugural season. So for him to go from Big V to really step up, you know, he's still only 21, 22. He's played a bit of college ball too, as Eric Kafritzis. He's gone over to America and spent a bit of time over there too. It's a good pedigree, and he's been absolutely killing it from a UBL perspective too this season for Latrobe University. He's definitely got a bright future ahead of him, does Eric Kafritzis. So he's on 7 points for the game to start things off. And also Mandrell Worthy had an early start for him too, 7 points too. But I think the one major concern in particular is the man who got everything going for Diamond Valley, Joel Capitola. Again, he's still being tended to. So he's had the ice pack on the foot and the Achilles for about 7 or 8 minutes now, just to try and see what it is. But like, you knew that you caught it straight away, Ollie. He was propping really early on in that one. He didn't look right.
He hit the three and then went back on defense, and he just had a bit of a weird skip in his step.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh, he doesn't look like he's moving very well. But sometimes you can usually run it off. But he knew it immediately, committed the foul, and just went straight off, which is never a good sign. Off the bat, they're shooting the same percentage from the free throw for both teams, both 9 of 17 from the field. The difference is free throws, and Diamond Valley have made a couple more threes. I think the free throws will come if you keep giving to O'Willy and Jock Perry down in the key.
Yeah.
Because you're just causing, especially when you're undersized, you kind of have to be a bit more extra physical in order to try and stop them. But we'll see if they adjust here.
This is what I love too as well, by the way. Both Kafritzis boys are on the floor. So Lucas, most likely maybe inbound to his baby brother Eric. He does. Those two, they know how each other plays, which is probably the best thing about having both of them in the same squad at the same time. O'Reilly going to try and bully his way through Felix, and fortunately the back foot there from Desmond O'Reilly was out. No, sorry, my apologies. A foul call on Felix then. I think Felix thought that his back foot was out, so Felix having a conversation with the official. It's not going his way, unfortunately. So Lucas Kafritzis might go in for BJ Simons instead, does so.
Lovely movement there, and again, I think Melbourne are feeling a bit undersized, and they're trying to guard them a bit too tightly, and there's a beautiful backdoor cut there.
Here's Koshak now for Melbourne. Chahal, who wants to have a big game today. 3 balls good to them, tough Chahal.
Jeez, he's good. He played so well last time we commentated, Tomo. Such a smooth operator, isn't he?
He's gone a lot better over the last 3 years. I've been able to call his name, that's for sure, Ollie. As Diamond Valley, Worthy gets the ball back from Simons. Kafritzis, Lucas to Eric. Fortunately, Eric couldn't get that 3 ball to go down. And again, it's good to have both Kafritzis boys on who know each other very, very well. To sort of, they can sort of play to their strengths if they need to, don't they?
Definitely. And just quickly there, Remo had such good inside position there, which caused the over the back foul. Melbourne, because they're undersized, as previously mentioned, they're going to need to get in better positions to limit. Here we go.
Felix underneath the bucket. Draws his foul, though. Copped it quite easily there from Desmond O'Reilly. And again, that's a matchup I'm really looking forward to seeing over the course of the afternoon, which is Desmond O'Reilly versus Felix Von Hoff. Yeah,
it's the battle of the bigs. That was a really good, strong, powerful take by Felix there, and earns himself a couple free throws.
So Von Hoff straight to the line, misses on the first. Deep press from the Batchy, and the Batchy gets the extra bucket he needs. So cuts it back to 3 points. Worthy Melbourne need to set up because Diamond Valley, again, quick in transition, or they try to at least. Lucas to Erica Fritzes. Hands it off to BJ Simons. Mandrell Worthy. Lucas has called for it. He's going to try and go for it, Lucas Fritzes. Simons tried to tap it in. He couldn't do so. O'Reilly back on level Pagans for it. Tried to go over the top.
Oh, great defense by Remo.
Remo did well there, but BJ Worthy again. And I talk about the strength of BJ Worthy, just too strong, too volatile inside the paint, gets 2 points. Shahal, Purchase, is big boy Ben Allen going to check in for the first time this afternoon for Diamond Valley. Felix Von Hoff at the 45 here for Melbourne. Shahal, long range threes, good hit for Chahal.
Oh.
That's the back-to-back dribbles that Chahal needs.
Smooth operator by Chahal again, just comes off screens, and he's always so balanced on that jump shot. Comes around the screen, a little bit of contact, just rises and has his hips facing towards the ring.
Fritz is
and able to finish the jumper.
Blocked off by Koshak. Lucas was able to get on the back end of that one to Mandrell Worthy, and Worthy couldn't complete the 3 points there. And away go Melbourne. They trail by 2. Siminkevich's up the floor here for Melbourne. Hands it off to Purchase. Purchase, long range, misses on that ball. That ball's going to stay in for Mandrell Worthy, and away go Diamond Valley through Lucas Kafritzis. Bounce pass is good here for O'Reilly. O'Reilly, again, having to deal with Felix Von Hoff.
Oh, great work by Felix there.
Felix able to cause a bit of headaches for Desmond O'Reilly.
You saw O'Reilly have the early advantage in the first quarter, and there Felix made the adjustment. Was way more physical there, and O'Reilly couldn't get by him. But still great minutes there by Desmond.
Absolutely, 100%. And now Felix has gone from one big to another because he's had to deal with Ben Allen, which is not an easy task. And Benny Allen, again, one of the most versatile centers we've got in the NBL1. Eric turns that ball over. Remo Siminkevichus up the floor. Oh, that's good from Remo. That's beautiful, clinical stuff from Remo Siminkevichus. And he'll go to line to complete the 3-point plays. We see a double sub. Wern and Gaze back in for Purchase and Chahal.
Lovely finish there, good take. And again, we're talking about a different stylistic matchup. Obviously, Melbourne is slightly undersized, but they should push the pace a bit more because they've got some, Diamond Valley have some bigs that it's harder for them to get back in transition.
Siminkevichus can't complete the 3-point play. Ben Allen able to outmuscle Callum McDonald. And again, that's going to be a massive headache for both Felix and Callan on the floor, having Ben Allen, who's a floor general at the best of times and can get in a position when he needs to. Basket won't count, but it's going to stay with Diamond Valley again. Ben Allen, former Townsville Croc, former Sydney King, and someone who I've gotten to know very, very well over the last couple of years too. He's also just a very humbled human being too. Happy to have a chat to you whenever you need, which is always good to see. So Kafritz's inbounds here for Diamond Valley. For Worthy. To Eric Kafritzis. Kafritzis, long range 2 here from Eric. He misses that one. Knew he could have done a lot better on that end. As Engor Magnan is going to come back on the floor shortly. Ball in the hands of Michael Wern. Gaze, long range 3 here for Mason. That's clean for Mason.
Great start to this game by Mason Gaze. Attacking the basket well, but also showing an outside shot. So for a defense, it's hard to match up against him.
Well, he scored 18 and 11 in Big V competition last night against Diamond Valley. So he's come on the back end looking fresher than he's ever been.
Oh, great move there. Was stuck up against the baseline, but he took a dribble, gave him a little bit of a bump and went back up and under.
And BJ Simons with a nice backdoor cut too.
Yeah, you love it.
Von Hoff, Gaze to McDonald. Going to try and go for the floater. Had to get through Ben Allen, which is hard to do. And they're away again. A Diamond Valley. Kafritzis puts the Eagles back in front. Gaze to Von Hoff at the 45. Siminkevichus. He might go for a floater. No good there from Remo. It's going to go the way of Diamond Valley. And on Callum McDonald. So that's McDonald's first personal of the afternoon as Eric Fritzes comes off. So does Lucas. So both Fritzes boys are going to have a spell. And on the floor. No, my apologies. Lucas is staying on. BJ Simons is coming off. So not a bad subs there from Trevor Lee. Got Ngor Manyang, who started really, really well in that first quarter for Diamond Valley. You got Matty Reynolds, who can tell you Ollie too is probably enjoying the fact that he's probably playing right now too, because he's also a passionate blues man like myself. So here's Reynolds to Manyang, Fritzes, Allen, finds Worthy to Manyang, Manyang to 45.
Great defense.
Allen, shot clock expires. Well done by Von Hoff. He blocks it. Lucas Fritzes fan.
Oh, amazing crossover there by Wern.
Floater, it's good. Good team play there for Melbourne.
Lovely crossover by Wern. He didn't force it. He looked for Callum McDonald and gave it to him for the easy floater.
Speaking of which, the transition points just keep coming for Diamond Valley. Again, you can't let the smalls like Matt Reynolds get into space like that to have the easy layup.
And Gaze is a bit fired up here, patrolling the sideline.
As he always is. Mason on the floor here for Melbourne. To Michael Wern. Had a good start to this game. He's been a bit quiet in the second quarter. Can he light himself up here? The bounce pass was no good for Callum McDonald, and away go Diamond Valley again. Through Mandrail Worthy. Worthy misses that one, and away goes McDonald to Michael Wern. Wern drives. Simonkevichus. Gaze. Long range three. He makes them look easy, Mason Gaze.
Mason Gaze is having a beautiful first half here to get to take the lead by 2 points, but he's hit a couple threes here in the last couple minutes.
Allen, Manyang might get the 2 ball here for Diamond Valley. He can't. McDonald, Wern, Melbourne. It's on their terms now so far. Wern, 3 balls, no good. And Allen mops up with the rebound. Hands it off to Matty Reynolds. And that's a push there from Mason Gay, so he's put his hand up straight away and said, yep, that's my bad. As Jock Perry comes on the floor and Lucas Fritzes is now going to take a spell.
And just quietly, those were extremely strong minutes there by Felix Von Hoff. The Bachelor locked in. Physicality at the start of the first quarter got to him a bit too much, and he gave up a couple of easy baskets, but he locked in, played way more physical defense, and completely took away the bigger players.
Here's Fritzes. Long ball's good here for Worthy. He misses. Gaze mops up well. Chahal keeps it. Good hustle there for Matty Reynolds. Purchase. Gaze. He can't miss!
Gaze, he can't miss!
That's incredible for Mason.
Gaze is steaming hot.
Fritzes. Manyang.
Oh
no. No good there in the end, and Anu Liu's going to come on shortly here for Diamond Valley, but damn. Mason, 4 triples for this game, Ollie.
Mason Gaze is doing it on both ends as well, getting a couple of rebounds, and there I thought the block was like, it wasn't the biggest foul I've ever seen, as he complains to the ref now, but wow, 3 threes, and that last one was flush.
Yeah, may look way too easy there as Anu Liu and as Manyang gets the first one to go down, and Ryan Boquette come on the floor here for Diamond Valley and use on for his first minutes. As Ngor Manyang, who, again, he's a very versatile player, is Ngor Manyang for Diamond Valley.
It's interesting because it seems like Melbourne have all the energy at the moment, but they're only up by 3 points, so it's still a very, very close game as Mason Gaze makes a beautiful cut out to the corner. Bang!
The Tigers juniors are doing it well here.
We're seeing the different layers to Mason Gaze's game today. Scoring, assisting, rebounding, you absolutely adore it.
Here's Perry now for Diamond Valley, and Lou loses the ball there for Diamond Valley. And it's going to stay with Melbourne. Be Michael Wern to inbound here from the sideline. Long ball's good here for Purchase. McDonald, Chahal. Gaze. No.
Heat
no!
check. Mason Gaze can't miss.
4 triples now for Mason Gaze in this game. And he's turned this on its head. Melbourne lead by 9 with 2 and a bit minutes left in the second quarter. Oliver Landos.
Mason Gaze doing his Andrew Gaze impression today. He cannot miss. What a beaut. That last one was a full heat check, and it did not worry him at all.
He's on fire. I mean, we mentioned it last night. 18-11 in Big V form for Melbourne against Diamond Valley. And, well, you might have thought he might have been tired from the night before. He's just heating up.
And what I'm loving is just his impact in the game everywhere. Rebounding, assisting, driving hard. You just love to see it.
You do indeed. So Melbourne lead by 9. And again, it is the Melbourne Tigers juniors who are absolutely tearing it up right now. Mason Gaze and Taj Chahal, 15 and 14 respectively.
And I just can't wait to get my halftime box score and see Mason Gaze. I'm very keen to see that stat line.
As we look at the scoreline, there's a couple of women's games happening right now. Waverley got it done by 8 against Knox in the women's. Hobart by 18. Launceston by 5. And then the 2 women's games on right now is Keilor and Ringwood. Ringwood up by 13 and the Spectres up by 2 against Dandenong down at Dandenong Basketball Stadium. But here right now, it's the Mason Gaze and Taj Chahal show, isn't it, Ollie?
Yeah, they cannot miss. And if I'm Diamond Valley, you want to have a big 2 minutes here to close the half to keep it close. Because again, it's still only a 9-point game.
Gaze.
Gaze.
Turned it over, copped it in the mush from Jock Perry. And geez, if you're Trevor Lee right now, how do you stop Gaze? How do you stop Chahal? They're just tearing the offense apart now.
And he's doing it everywhere. Like, look at that amazing steal just then. It's hard to stop someone that's doing it on both ends.
I always sort of want to see what long sort of stretch he's wearing underneath his jersey. He's gone with the long sleeve skins as Mason Gaze. So I think the long skins are working wonders for him right now. And the elbow, unfortunately, Callum McDonald might have raised the elbow just a little bit as he was going for the layup shot there. So it's going to be going the way of Diamond Valley. But they've got a great 9-point lead now with 1:40 left, Melbourne. They've absolutely turned this game on its head in this second quarter. Almost another turnover. Gazy said, damn it. Here's Boquette. Perry, and Perry gets a 2 that they desperately needed, Diamond Valley.
Yeah, Diamond Valley need to get back to that big man game.
Purchase. Long ball for Gaze. Oh, no. That would have blown the entire...
Gazy is everywhere. It feels like there's 5 of them out there.
Reynolds with the floater. No good there. And you lose, struggling to get into this game for Diamond Valley. Here we go, Purchase. 3-ball hit for Jack Purchase. Drops it down, and Melbourne go to a 10-point lead with 50 seconds left in the seconds. Manier, Boquette. Step backs, finds Manier at the 45. Manier with a 3.
Oh.
Much needed there for Diamond Valley.
Massive answer there as Andrew Gaze rages.
Margin at 7, Chahal. Small pass is good for Gaze. Gaze with a floater. Mason up to 17. 9 points the margin.
As the shot clock and game clock mimic each other. 15 seconds left in this half.
And Boquette says, I'm happy to play with this ball for the last 10 seconds. Last possession going away, Diamond Valley. Boquette might have to go back.
Oh, lovely pass.
And Ulu blocked off by McDonald's. Gaze, long ball.
Oh.
But at half-time, Melbourne by 9 points, 51-42. That was an explosive
What a
quarter.
half. What a half. Unbelievable offense, great defense. Melbourne really turned it on there. That block there at the end by Carl McDonald really just dictates the whole half. Like, what incredible energy.
So 31-17 advantage in favour of Melbourne at half-time. 9 points the margin as Joel Capitola gets a bit of help from his teammates.
It looks like a quad injury. The quad or hamstring is wrapped up. So
we were both wrong on that front because we both thought it was like his footing with the way he was running, but no, it's the quad that's causing Joel Capitola a bit of the stress right now, Ollie.
Yeah, unfortunately they would love him out there after hitting his first 3 and then not being able to play for the rest of the half, and it looks like he's done today. What was your biggest takeaway for the first half, Tom?
Probably just Melbourne's second quarter. That was as clinical as you like from Melbourne. I don't think I've seen Melbourne have a clinical second quarter like that all season. So for them to do that at the expense of Diamond Valley, it just speaks volumes about the entire team itself, especially Mason Gaze and Tash Chahal.
Yeah, just wow. Melbourne shot 9 of 14 from the 3-point line in that half.
Wow.
Yeah, you're not going to lose many games when you shoot that percentage from the 3-point line.
No, especially when both Taj and Mason are perfect at the moment from outside.
Yeah, Mason is just incredible. I think, does that halftime heave count for Mason? Because that might ruin his percentage. But wow, what an incredible game by Mason so far. If we look across the board, 2 assists, no turnovers, a steal, a couple of rebounds, and 17 points.
Yeah, it's just amazing. Just seeing all the stats as well from both ends of the teams. Jeez, 51 to 42. We'll take a short break, actually. We'll compose ourselves, get our breath back, because that was a Mason and Taj show in that second quarter.
I'm gassed, Tomo. That was an incredible half, and I cannot wait for the second half because I think Diamond Valley have a few adjustments to make, and we'll see what they come up with out of the locker room.
Absolutely. Take 5, Ollie. We'll take a break here. Melbourne lead by 9, 51 to 42. It's the Taj and Mason show here at MSAC. We'll be back with the second half on the other side of this.
I'll have a strong, smooth, creamy latte.
Be your own barista at Coles Express. Award-winning Coles urban coffee culture from just $1.
Express yourself.
At Coles Express.
Fasten up your seatbelts, do a double take. Don't need to be a millionaire to roll this kind of way. Yeah, I got the recipe to do it every day. Straight to the top, and that's where we gon' stay. Yeah. Step it up, step it up again. Yeah, yeah, we do it every day. Step it up, step it up.
Take it to the next level.
Step it up again.
Mitsubishi Pajero Sport. Elevate your adventure.
Suffer from muscle or mild joint pain? Try Zia Pain Relief Cream from Zia, an anti-inflammatory cream providing temporary pain relief using natural active ingredients. Experience the Zia difference at zia.com.au.
At 6'1", I was never going to beat them at the ring, but I could learn to run rings around them. My dream started on the backyard court battling my brothers. Where will your dream start? Determination, the right training, and a superior surface to practice on. You're on your way. Customised to fit any space or budget, superior bounce quality, and the official court partner of the NBL. You know the quality is assured. Elevate your game with Dream Courts.
Round number 7 continues here. Sunday afternoon hoops from MSAC, and at halftime, Melbourne lead by 9, 51-42. It was a 31-17 run in that second quarter, led by Mason Gaze and Taj Chahal. Michael Thompson with you. Ollie Landos is with me. Those stat lines at halftime were damning, weren't they, Ollie?
Yeah, I think obviously it can be very easy to be like, oh, the Melbourne Tigers were shooting so well from 3, that's why they have their lead. But what I love and what I've circled on the box score is they've also had 4 steals and 4 block shots. So it goes on both ends. They're playing hard defense, which is leading to wide open looks. I'm absolutely loving their shooting form.
Again, Mason and Taj absolutely tore that second quarter apart from Melbourne and really turned the tide going their way. Mason and Taj now 4-4 from outside, shooting at 100%, which is interesting to say the least. And again, it's the Tiger Juniors that are really getting the job done.
Yeah, you absolutely love to see it. And I think where Diamond Valley could kind of try and change this game is that they're getting a lot of inside play early on through Jock Perry and O'Willie. But I would try and go back to that. Try and use your physical advantage and kind of out physical Melbourne, because at the moment Melbourne are kind of, even though they're undersized, they're getting in the right positions, they're getting those rebounds, and they're having their way with the bigger players. And if you don't have a physical advantage when you've got the bigger players, you're really going to struggle when the Melbourne wings and guards are just having their way.
And of course, Diamond Valley now without Joel Capitola for the rest of the game. He's got the hoodie on and everything, so I think Joel's pretty much put a line through him for the rest of the game, saying, yeah, I'm done. And it was that quad in the end that received a lot of attention from the physio, from a Diamond Valley perspective. And it's unfortunate too, because he was so good last night in the win against Bendigo. And I think his presence is going to be definitely missed out there this afternoon.
Yeah, it's a big shame, because as I said, he hit his first shot, and then that was him done for the rest of the game.
So Taj Chahal to bring the ball back in here for Melbourne. The lead by 9. Second half about to commence shortly here from MSAC. Melbourne 51, Diamond Valley 42. Can the Gaze and Chahal show continue? Ball's in the hands of Wern. Gaze. Bounce pass for McDonald. Inside, no good in the end there. And dropped and mopped up in the end there by Mandrell Worthy for Diamond Valley.
Great defense there by Jock Perry, so that's what they need to take advantage of. You go.
Also, I was going to say Fritzes. Manier, Perry. Shot. It's good there from Jock Perry.
Yeah, Jock Perry's showing a little bit more energy in this half. He's communicating a lot, talking a bit of smack. And I think that's a good thing for Diamond Valley. Look, you can see him. He's being very verbal with it as Mason Gaze gets to the line for 2.
Again, that's going to be an interesting matchup again. For Callum McDonald in particular, he's having a conversation with the official just in regards to a little bump on there from Jock Perry. It's just a matter of the fact is that Jock Perry's so tall, so physical, and got a bit more brute strength than what Callum McDonald has. And it's a bit of a mismatch, though, unfortunately, for McDonald on Jock Perry. Yeah,
but this is what you love to see. Jock Perry talking a bit of smack to Callum McDonald, getting a little bit verbal, a bit more physical. That's why we love the contest.
Absolutely, and I think for Jock Perry too, if he can try and get McDonald off his game, then that's one less player and they can try and eliminate from the Tigers 100%. Out there on the pine.
And just another thing on defense for Diamond Valley, if they're chasing the Melbourne three-point shooters off the three-point line and then kind of making them merge into the key, just leading them straight to Jock Perry, it's always going to be a tough shot getting it over him.
Speaking of which, here is Jock Perry in the post here for Diamond Valley. Hook shot, no good. Worthy tried to get the O board. McDonald says, I'll go for it instead. And Callum McDonald trying to really get back at Diamond Valley for trying to get him off his game in the early going into this third quarter. It's going to stay with Diamond Valley.
As the mop squad come out, no, Tomo.
100% they do, the mop squad. They do a good job, don't they?
Yeah, 100%. They need some sort of song to come out whenever the mop is released. Bring out the mop.
And speaking of kicks, Callum McDonald's kicks are my favourite so far from the men's perspective.
Yeah, him or Jack Purchase. They got some nice red wheels there. I like those ones as well.
So here's Worthy, Manier. Worthy. Kafritzis, long range three, no good. Short there from Eric. Away Melbourne go through Wern. Wern, Gaze, Purchase at the 45. Chahal might go, shoots in the elbow, misses that one. Worthy mops up here for Diamond Valley, and away go the Eagles.
And you can see that Diamond Valley, their adjustment was to get it to the bigger players because Trevor Lee just yelled out a bit when they shot that three as opposed to giving to Jock Perry here in the key. As we give it to Jock there, misses a bunny.
And Purchase did well there on the back end. Gaze away here for Melbourne. Passes back. Wern misses on the three. Would have been good stuff for Michael Wern's third quarter if he's able to get the three. Not to be though, unfortunately, for Michael Wern. Manier, Kafritzis, Perry back to Kafritzis on the opposite 45 from where we are this afternoon.
Oh, love
Perry.
it.
Oh, and Purchase did so well there.
Was completely out of position, but came over and slapped it out of Jock Perry's hands.
And Perry had no idea that Jack Purchase was behind him for the entire time. Here's Perry, Kafritzis, deep two, it's good there from Eric Kafritzis. And that's better.
And Melbourne are going to adjust here. I know that they're up by 7 points, but if the three starts to not drop as much as Jack Purchase hits a three, and,
there you go.
And I'll turn my mic off.
Jack Purchase, easy three, easy as you like.
But what I was going to say is that obviously if they keep hitting their threes, they're not going to need to, but they need to look for other ways to score. So it's not just at the 3-point line.
As the foul's called on Michael Wern. And fortunately for the younger Kafritzis on the floor, he's not happy with the call because he thought that he was fouled as he was shooting. Referee says, no, you make the shot after the foul was committed, so you've got to inbound the ball from the sideline. Perry to Kafritzis. In was the Perry. Purchase tried everything there, but Jock Perry again, just a bit of the height difference is playing a part there on Jack Purchase, and Jock Perry gets over the top.
Yeah, you can see Diamond Valley's very intentional approach to getting it into their bigs.
He's Gaze, bounce pass to Chahal to Wern. Wern misses on the three. And away goes Boquet here for Diamond Valley. Worthy drives. Inwards, he misses. Purchase did really well there, kept his line well, and he's away, Jack Purchase. Wern, still some candy. Back door, misses. McDonald says, I'll take it instead. And Callum McDonald gets the bucket, and he'll go to the line for the extra. But good hustling there, hard for Michael Wern to set it up there for Callum McDonald.
Yeah, you can just see Callum McDonald again, out of position there, and the bigs that were on him completely outsized him, but he was still able to get that and back up and in.
And again, it's really changed the tide in this one, hasn't it, Ollie? Because in the women's game, every time Melbourne hit a bucket, Diamond Valley had 3 steps ahead of them. Right now, Melbourne's
men's. Of that, isn't it? Yeah.
Like Diamond Valley, they try and get 1 step ahead of Melbourne, but Melbourne are just 2 or 3 steps ahead of Diamond Valley.
Yeah, it's interesting. I am really enjoying the Diamond Valley approach here to try and make this a closer game, to take advantage of their bigs. But at the same time, they're going to have to find a way to limit Melbourne on offense because they're getting way too easy looks. Like they've missed a couple of threes that have been wide open, and they've also obviously made heaps of threes as well. So if I was Diamond Valley, although they're having a better offensive approach in this half, they do need to tighten up the screws defensively.
So both sides going to come out of their respective huddles. And Andrew Gaze will be pretty happy with how they've been playing so far, but we'll see what McDonald can do from the N1. Try and complete this 3-point play. Again, all eyes will be on the potential matchup again of Jock Perry versus Jack Purchase.
Yeah, it looks that Jack Purchase and McDonald are taking turns in the Jock Perry matchup.
Yeah. As McDonald completes the 3-point play, makes it an 11-point lead now for Melbourne. Boquet. Maniang turns the ball over. And again, these are small mistakes that Diamond Valley can't afford to acclimatise themselves to because they're 11 down at this point in time against Melbourne. Siminkevichus, Purchase, Chahal, long range 3. Misses on that one, unfortunately, there for Taj. So the good luck for Taj from outside comes to an end, unfortunately for him. Boquette, Perry, 3-ball here for Jock Perry. It's good.
Awesome by Jock Perry there to be that skilled at that size is just such an impressive thing to say.
Purchase, inside for Gaze. Easy 2 there for Mason. He's up to 21 points for the game now, Mason Gaze. Unfortunately, bit of contact there in the end. And that is going to be called there on Remo Siminkevicius. As BJ Simons comes on and Gormagnon is going to come off. It'll be Ryan Boquette to the line now for Diamond Valley. Gets the first one to go down. The second one's good for Boquette too, so...
8-point game here, nearing halfway through the third quarter.
Gaze to McDonald. Long ball's good here for Chahal. To Gaze. Chahal, Siminkevicius. Got through, offensive foul caught on Remo Siminkevicius. BJ Simons was in the right place at the right time, and hopefully his knee's okay too. Oh no, this might not be good for Diamond Valley. They're already one down with Joel Capitola. And BJ Simons is...
I think it's a bit of a knee-on-knee action.
Yeah.
Where you just kind of have to shake it off. As he smacked it on the ground.
Yeah. So that's going to sting for a bit from a BJ Simons point of view. He's going to try and play through the pain. He's a tough individual, BJ Simons, for Diamond Valley. Boquette. Here's Perry. Backwards. Boquette. Reynolds. Long range three. That's good for Matty Reynolds.
I'm loving their approach here. I keep saying it, but they're doing it again and again and again.
Cuts it back to 5. 61-56. Gaze. Chahal.
And he looks him straight in the eye after blocking a jump shot.
Worthy denies Chahal.
We're not worthy of that block.
No, not at all. That was a clean block there for Mandrell Worthy. It's Chahal. Inbounds. Purchase. Back for Chahal.
I don't think he was in bounds.
Interesting call. So ball back with Diamond Valley. Here's Boquette. Bounces.
Straight into Jock Perry.
He's going to get it back, Boquette. Chance here for Boquette. He misses. Reynolds. Floater. He misses Matty Reynolds. And the ball is with Melbourne. Siminkevicius gets up after being floored.
Jock Perry is acting like the mothership for Diamond Valley. Everything's running through him.
Yep.
And with that size, you can make the right play because you can just see the court.
He's also the most experienced head out there at the moment too, you'd say.
Yeah, definitely.
Chahal. Siminkevicius. Remo bounce passes to Mason. Finds Purchase. Purchase. Hands it to Chahal. Chahal doesn't go in. But Chahal's going to get 3 bites of the cherry from the line here. And that's a big chance now for Taj Chahal.
Well, Worthy blocked that jump shot in the possession earlier, and he tried to do it again, but a bit too much contact.
Chahal misses the first. Chahal gets the second. $15 points this afternoon here for Taj Chahal. Gets the second, so 2 or 3. In the words of Meatloaf, 2 out of 3 ain't bad for Taj Chahal there, Ollie.
Yeah, you take that. It's a frustrating foul for Diamond Valley to give up there.
Here's Boquette. Worthy at the 45 here for Diamond Valley.
Great denial there by Jack Purchase, not letting it into Jock Perry.
Reynolds, short on the 3. McDonald mops up, and away go the Tigers through Chahal. Gaze, 3 ball here from Mason. Missed it. Remo tried so hard. Remo was in the right spot at the right time.
As the Melbourne Tigers bench fire up.
And Remo's going to get 2 bites of the cherry from the line. That's called on Jock Perry, and that's Perry's second foul of the afternoon. Remo misses from the first. Margin at 7. Gets the second to drop easily there. 64-56 in favour of Melbourne. Reynolds, Perry, Boquet.
The game slowed down the last couple of minutes here. The scoring is seriously slowed down. Reynolds,
Worthy. Bounce pass is good. In the key here for Jock Perry. Perry, the step back shot is good from Jock.
It's a lovely turnaround jump shot there. The shot clock was going down, but he had all the composure in the world.
Chahal to Simonkevichus. Back to Chahal. Felix, 3 ball, no good there from Felix. And Boquet mops up here for Diamond Valley's
As Simons runs from off the court.
Comes back. Worthy, Perry. Long ball for Boquet. Boquet going to try and bounce in.
Lovely pass there. And Simons to finish. Simons runs from outside the court, gets back on the offensive possession, makes the backdoor cut, beautiful pass and finish.
And now it's a 4-point advantage now for Melbourne. So Diamond Valley, who was struggling a bit, they've been able to get it back on their level pegging terms here. It's an 18-13 quarter so far for Diamond Valley in this one. But again, Melbourne have dropped their heads in the last few possessions. The Diamond Valley have been able to easily have a few cuts at it.
Well, obviously it's an interesting stylistic matchup. And what we saw in the first quarter that worked for Diamond Valley was taking advantage of their bigs, running it inside and basically giving it to, using Jock Perry a lot more to let him dictate the play. And they went away from that in the second quarter, but they've gone straight back to it in the third quarter, and they're looking so much better.
So it's easy to play through Jock Perry right now if you're Diamond Valley.
Yeah, well, obviously he's got such a physical advantage over everyone there on the court, and he's so nicely skilled for a big man as well. Got a beautiful soft touch of a shot, always looking to make the right pass, and he's just showing his NBL experience out here on the MSAC arena.
100%, and if you're Callum McDonald or Jack Purchase or even Felix Von Hoff, it's very hard to match up against Jock Perry when you're undersized and undershaped, because Jock Perry, look at him. You'd say he's about 6'8", 6'9", maybe lead towards 6'10".
Yeah, I think he's closer to 7 foot, Tomo, to be honest. But I will say that I reckon it's smart to put in Felix Von Hoff here. He had a lot of success with him in that first half, and I'd look to use Felix's stronger build against Jock to at least tire him out.
Chahal, Purchase for Von Hoff. Back over to Purchase. Long ball from Mason. Simonkevichus was thinking 3. Hands it off to Purchase for 3. Can't get anything on that one. Perry, I should say, just bullied Simonkevichus there. It's got him out of the way quite easily. Boquet now for Diamond Valley. Got to use Simons as a screen. There's the bounce passes there for Simons. Long ball, Kafritzis for 3 here for Lucas. He misses. And away go Melbourne again through Simonkevichus to Purchase. Chahal, long 3 here. Can't drain it though. So Melbourne's had a couple of good looks from outside. First from Purchase, then from Chahal. Not able to sit nicely. Von Hoff again, 2-on-1, 3-on-1. Leaves Reynolds open. Reynolds can't make him pay though, and Gaze did the right honourable thing there, having to tap it out just to stop the momentum of Diamond Valley.
Jock Perry's been incredible in this third quarter. He hasn't even gone off either, so he'd be getting a bit tired here as he leans on his knees.
He's Boquet. Kafritzis. Reynolds, bounce pass is good in the post here for Simons. No luck there for BJ Simons. Well done there by Jack Purchase.
Oh, love.
Gates at Chahal.
And Mason says, oh, don't forget about me. And that makes a beautiful pass into the key.
They're at 39 points combined this afternoon, Mason and Taj. Boquette, Kafritzis, back to Boquette. Perry, Taj again. Right spot, right time. Gaze. As you said, the fatigue might be kicking in now for Jock Perry in this third quarter, Ollie.
Yeah, the last couple of plays he's looked a bit tired, and even then he didn't close out then. He looks quite gassed.
He's really had to really carry.
As he signals for everyone to slow down, and Willie will check in here. Or maybe not. Maybe he'll start the fourth quarter as he goes and sits down again.
I think we have 40 seconds left. I think Charlie said no use there. Using substitution.
Outstanding effort there by for Jock this quarter. Absolutely got this game back in the Diamond Valleys. They've given him a chance now for the fourth quarter. He'll get a rest at the fourth, but I assume that he'll play as many minutes as the coach will allow him in the fourth quarter.
6 seconds left on the shot clock here for this play here for Diamond Valley. Kafritzis.
They go for a 2-for-1 here.
Long ball. Perry misses. Gaze. Try to keep it in. Boquette. Kafritzis. Short on the three there in the end. It's been reset to 14. So I think it did just hit the rim.
I think it was if Mason took possession.
Yeah.
I guess they determined that he did take possession and passed it back in.
Yeah.
But I think Mason was pleading with the official that he just tapped it in.
I think that's what Kafritzis was talking to the official about too. It's Reynolds. So Diamond Valley get a fresh 14 on the clock here. Reynolds. Second bite of the cherry here for the Eagles. Try and get something before three-quarter time. Short in the end there by Matt Reynolds. Siminkevichus. 8 seconds left. Chahal. They'll have last bite of the cherry here with Melbourne. Chahal inwards. Siminkevichus. 3. It's short in the end. And at three-quarter time, Diamond Valley put themselves back into this one. It was an 18-15 quarter there in favour of the Eagles, and they trail now by 6. Melbourne lead this one 66-60. Ollie Landos.
It was a great final play there by Chahal, but really impressive with Diamond Valley in that third quarter. I know they're still behind by 6, but they wrestled the momentum back a little bit. They'll be feeling pretty confident here in the fourth quarter. Melbourne Tigers had some regression in regards to their three-point shooting, which is always expected. But yeah, I just want to give props to Jock Perry. Played that whole third quarter. Was absolutely gassed there at the end, but he really has given Diamond Valley a chance here in the fourth quarter to steal this game.
So now hopefully Desmond Arilli, who might potentially be coming on in this fourth quarter, he'll be ready to go. Give Jock Perry maybe 2 or 3 minutes of just rest time, plus the 2 minutes break here at three-quarter time, which would be good for them, and then try now drive. They've got the chance now to try and steal this one, and again, what Diamond Valley do well is that they are at times a fast-finishing squad. This season, they've done it on a couple of occasions over the course of the season so far. So, again, Melbourne, it's a comfy 6-point lead, but they can't get too comfy here because Diamond Valley can come back with a quick flourish. I mean, I called the game between Dandenong and Diamond Valley, and I thought Dandenong were home when they were up by 10, but Diamond Valley were able to hold on and win by 1 point in the end away from home at the Rangers. So Diamond Valley can get on the quick transition if they need to, and they can change this game in a dime if they need to as well.
Yeah, Jock Perry there was just outstanding. He really dictated the pace. Had a couple of assists there. As I look at the box score, 1 turnover, 6 of 11 shooting. But again, they've all been good looks, and he's missed a couple of bunnies, so I'm really impressed with him. And we'll now see if Willie can take advantage of the size that he'll have over whoever is put on from Melbourne, which looks like Jack Purchase and Felix von Hoff. So that should be a great matchup. Battle of the Bulls.
Fourth quarter about to commence here between Diamond Valley and Melbourne. It'll be a Melbourne ball.
And in AFL news, Hawthorn are up by 97 points on the Eagles, and Collingwood are up 24-7 on Carlton.
Yeah, figured it was going to happen that way at the MCG this afternoon. Wern, Chahal, Von Hoff. Back to Chahal. Wern. Ball in the hands of Chahal. He's going to drive. Layup no good there. Mopped up there by Aureli, and away they go now through Kafritzis here, Diamond Valley. Again, Eric is going to direct as much traffic as he needs to. 13 on the shot clock here for Diamond Valley to play with. Manier. Long ball. Oh, Chahal did really well there.
Good effort there by Chahal.
Blocked that cross transition pass that was going to go from Manier to Worthy, and Chahal just with fingertips at that ball. Here's Manier underneath the bucket. He couldn't get it to go in. It rolls in though for BJ Worthy.
Did you say Simons
Sorry,
is the
BJ Simons,
bodybuilder?
Pardon?
Did you say Simons is the bodybuilder?
Yep.
Yeah, he's a bull, isn't he?
He is. A powerlifter is BJ Simons. Koshak now to Wern. Chahal. Von Hoff at the 45. Long ball for Wern. Wern going to hand it back to Von Hoff. Von Hoff for three. Can't get it to go in though. And Aureli hands it off to Kafritzis, and away go Diamond Valley.
And Jock Perry just still standing there, not even taking his rest, just eating a lolly and watching the game. So I assume that he'll be checked in with about 5 or 6 minutes left.
Manier, floater no good. Ball's up in the end. Koshak did really well to try and keep it in. He did keep it in the end, courtesy of Desmond Aureli. Von Hoff, Gaze, back to Felix. Oh, blocked off by Worthy. This will be a Worthy jam!
Oh! Worthy gets the steal and slams it down with 2 hands.
And the margin back to 2 now. Gaze, Von Hoff, Chahal, 3, ball here, no good for Chahal. And Simons mops up for Diamond Valley. Worthy, Kafritzis.
Oh, Chahal found himself on Aureli. They're looking to take advantage. Oop, Felix switches on.
Manier. Simons drives. Can he get it in? He's tied it up now. Diamond Valley's tied it up here. And Callum McDonald's about to come back on, and Gazy's not happy. Von Hoff, Chahal, Wern. To Chahal. Bounce pass is good for Wern. Back to Chahal, long range 3.
Oh.
He gets it. The settler 3 is good for Chahal.
Clutch shot there by Chahal. Melbourne just did not look like they could get anything going. Rises up, knocks down the 3 like he has all afternoon.
Kafritzis, Simons. Bounce pass no good. Worthy. And travel called on Mandrell Worthy. So Tigers get out of jail. And Andrew Gaze, in case of emergency, break glass, bring back on McDonald and Purchase. So Melbourne's starting 5 is back out there. Gaze, bounce pass from McDonald. Purchase, Gaze, Wern. Gaze in the corner for 3. He misses. Manier did really well. Stops. Hands it off to Kafritzis. Aureli. Worthy. Shot from 45. Misses. He'll get it back again, Mandrell Worthy.
Oh.
He gets it in. Cut.
Tough finish. And 1. Worthy has had an amazing 4th quarter here. What a tough finish.
The cut was beautiful there for Mandrell Worthy, and he's going to go to line for the extra. And again, it just started from that jam that he was able to do after having that ball turned over in his favour. He just hasn't stopped, has he, Mandrell Worthy?
What usually happens if you make a good defensive play, you go down and on the offensive end and you feel a lot more confident, and you've seen that.
Yeah. It's just been absolute disrespect from Mandrell Worthy in his 4th quarter.
Another steal.
He's been in every spot right now. Kafritzis is going to put the Eagles in front. Diamond Valley back in front for the first time in a while.
But again, defensive plays turning into offense. Melbourne need to find someone to score here. Jack Purchase has been a bit quiet today, and I would like to see him get going.
In the ball in the hands of Wern. Purchase. Chahal. Long three. Taj misses. Magnan gets it. And this is the problem with Diamond Valley. This is the problem with opposition teams playing Diamond Valley. They are quick. This is the quarter they love to play their best hoops in, which is the last quarter.
Oh.
And they're not missing at the moment. Erica Fritzes gets it to go down. And the margin's at 4, and Gazy's about to blow one. Not happy.
Yeah, after watching Mason go off in the first half, Melbourne just need to find a different avenue to score. They're relying a lot on Shahal to shoot these threes, and obviously he's been able to knock most of them down today, but they need to find a different avenue to score.
Gonna hopefully, I'd love to see Warren just get into a lot more.
Yeah, Warren and Purchase have been a bit down today, would you say?
Yeah, they have. Like, Warren started really, really well, and likewise Purchase, but it's just been a quiet one on both fronts for both, man. McDonald to Warren, Chahal, back to Warren. Worthy watching like a book, going to use the screen for Purchase. Ball back in the hands of Warren. He's going to go himself. Warren can't get it to go down, and Desmond are really in the right spot for Diamond Valley, and away go DV. Fritzes for the Eagles. Draws his foul. And that's the problem too at the moment, because the Tigers bench is all quiet, but all the noise is coming from Diamond Valley's bench right now.
Yeah, I've been really impressed with Desmond and Wheelie just coming on to replace Jock Perry and just being able to, one, maintain the physical advantage, but two, also get a lead. And now they lead by 5 points with a chance to go up 6.
And again, this is similar to what Melbourne did against Nunawading. Now up by 26 a couple of weeks ago, and just held on there by 3, but fortunately they had a 9-point advantage at half time, and it's disintegrated as Gaze.
A nice calming shot by Mason Gaze, who's been outstanding today.
Yeah.
But he's been a bit quiet in the second half compared to his first half, so let's see if he can get going here.
Simons, Kafritzes.
4-point game with 4.5 minutes remaining.
Bounce pass is good for Simons. BJ trying to fake it. Had to do with Purchase. O'Reilly, a bit too much there. An offensive foul call on Desmond O'Reilly. McDonald got into the right spot at the right time, and Desmond are really not happy with the call.
As Jock Perry checks in, great work by Desmond there for those minutes while Jock was off.
It's probably the good call there for Trevor Lees to bring Jock Perry back on. He's had about 7 or 8 minutes to rest up after a clinical third quarter. Gaze, inwards here for Wern. Ooh, bounce pass, Purchase, can't get to go in. McDonald tried to go for the tap in, it didn't work for Callan, and Worthy might make a pay on the other end. Blocked off there from Purchase, but BJ Simons gets on the second bite of the cherry and gets it in. Gaze to Wern. Purchase. Inwards here for McDonald. Back cut shots, beautiful there from Callum McDonald.
Lovely finish there by Cal.
Kafritzis gonna drive.
Oh!
What is that? It was a lot. It was a bit in that one.
A lot of contact there. It looks
Yeah.
like Cal McDonald forced the contact, but he's come off second best.
Unsportsmanlike. Unfortunately for Callum McDonald, so he's been called for the unsportsmanlike contact.
Seriously tough foul there.
Yeah.
Dangerous when someone's driving in the air like that.
So McDonald on 3 fouls now for the game. It's just a fair bit of contact on that one on Eric Kafritzis.
As we need the mop squad to clean up.
McDonald's still having a conversation about it. As Andrew's told Callan, just come off the court, cool your jets a bit. Felix will come on just for the time being.
It looks like we've got Simons, who's recently joined the mop squad.
Yeah, good acquisition to the mop squad duties, BJ Simons, but I think that's smart from Andrew Gates too. He's trying to get Callum McDonald off the floor as quickly as possible, because the last thing you want to do now, you've got an unsportsmanlike contact, the last thing you want to do is get teched and then more free shots go the way of Diamond Valley.
Yeah, correct. It's smart to get him off. Reset and just calm everything down. It's a 4-point game.
There's Gazy just having a chat to his troops, just getting going. And Fritz's misses on both. So the 2 shots that Erica Fritz has had for unsportsmanlike have not gone down. So, and that's very unlike Eric too, because he's generally good from the free throw line.
Yeah, it's a...
So 3.5 left. Tigers get out of jail with 2 missed shots from unsportsmanlike conduct. Simons. And a travel called on BJ Simons. He's trying to plead his case with the officials, saying he didn't take that extra step, and the referee said, no, you did.
He used his pivot foot and then took another step with that pivot foot, which is always going to be called a travel.
3:28 left in the fourth.
After an unsportsmanlike foul, Melbourne find themselves only down 4 points with 3.5 minutes remaining as Diamond Valley missed the 2 free throws and turn over the ball.
Yeah. Purchase to Chahal. Close one here at AMSAC. Wern. Bounce pass is good for Von Hoff. Purchase. Gaze. Chahal in the corner for touch.
Oh.
Can't get to go in, no. Would have put another layer on this game if it went down.
There's still time, Tomo. How good's this?
It is so good on a Sunday afternoon. Worthy to Manyang. Manyang's going to try and step in.
Oh.
He does.
Lovely balance there with the dribble move to go to his offhand and lay it off.
Purchase. Try to go with the quick 3 there. Foul called on Jack Purchase. He's been warned, Jack Purchase. There was a bit of frustration. It's just, it hasn't been Purchase's day, and he's shown a little bit of frustration. But just referees give him a bit of a warning, saying, I don't want to take you, and send Diamond Valley from one end of the floor to the other. Worthy gets to Kafritz, back to Worthy. Back to Kafritzis at the 45. Simons. Worthy. Shot from the foul line here for Mandrell Worthy. And Diamond Valley are cruising in this last quarter.
Such good altitude on that jump shot. Just rose up. Beautiful stroke.
Gaze trying to go with a backdoor hook shot. No good in the end. And DV can just mop up and take their time a little bit. Take a few more seconds off the clock. They lead by 8. Worthy. Kafritzis. Back to Worthy. To Perry. 3-ball hit for Jock Perry. Gaze has called a timeout. And Diamond Valley is up and about on the bench.
This half has just been all Jock Perry. Whenever he's gone on, he's had such a huge impact. And he was making his presence felt in the key, and then now he's hit a couple threes in the game. What a second half adjustment by Diamond Valley.
Yeah.
Just really impressive to turn it back into a physical game, to an inside game. And as Melbourne Tigers, their 3-pointers didn't fall as well. They couldn't find other avenues to score, and then now that's where the difference is.
And as said pre-game too, Ollie, I wanted Eric Fritzis to stand up from a Diamond Valley perspective too, and he's done that this afternoon with 17 points.
I think he must be listening to the live stream, Tomo, because he heard you say that, and he's responded in the second half.
Absolutely. He's put on some massive points. But again, Jock Perry, we didn't know what Diamond Valley were going to do with that Joel Capitola when Capitola went down a minute and a half into the first quarter. But again, Capitola probably just enjoying the spectacle that is his teammates just putting on a bit of a clink now, so he can sit back, relax, ice up that quad, and enjoy what Diamond Valley have been doing the last quarter and a bit here.
Yeah, he can enjoy it like us today as a spectator.
100%. Melbourne now you'd probably say they're either going to throw it to either Chahal or Gaze and get a quick 3 here.
Yeah, they need to get a quick score here. It's an 11-point game with 1:48 on the clock.
Yeah. This game is getting away from Melbourne after what was a clinical first half. Chahal for 3. He misses. Felix, can he get it? He can't. Fritzes couldn't keep it in, no, for Diamond Valley. And Eric, I think, might have bumped his head by accident on the bench there. Boken.
Quick shout out to Felix von Hoff as well. Despite Melbourne being down, I've really enjoyed his physical play in this game.
So Eric back up on his feet after hitting the noggin on the bench chairs. 97 seconds left. It'll be Von Hoff inbound here for Melbourne. Again, Melbourne just need a quick score. Gaze, long ball. Oh, missed. Wern tapped out. Diamond Valley ball. Just unfortunately, the 3 balls just haven't gone down for Melbourne in this second half.
It's a tale of 2 halves for the 3-point shooting for Melbourne.
It's unfortunate too, because you look back at that first half, that was a 31-point second quarter they had too, which was just clinical.
Are you talking about the Mason Gaze show?
Yeah, and they touched the whole show too. Simons drives in. Might be a bridge too far now for Melbourne. Margin of 13. So Diamond Valley, I said they're going to be tough to deal with. Weren't trying to go with a quick 3 there, missed it. Maniang, Gaze strips Maniang of the ball. Von Hoff loses the ball. And Felix can't believe it. So Diamond Valley, keep your eyes peeled on them and Eltham down the stretch. I think they're going to cause a lot of headaches for a lot of teams. They caused a lot of headaches last night for the Bendigo Braves. Got it done by 14. They're going to win against the Tigers this afternoon here at MSAC.
They've just got plenty of avenues to score. And with having the head of the snake being Jock Perry, they were just able to dictate the game. And like once they got it in his hands, you just trust him to make the right play. He's been on that many big basketball courts in big games that you just have to trust him.
Yeah. Got to play under Scott Roth and the Tassie Jack Jumpers in their inaugural season. Wern, 3 balls no good. Back to Wern. He's going to have to go with the second best. He couldn't even get the second best to go down. Unfortunately, there Wern. And away go Diamond Valley. Worthy. 30 seconds left. Diamond Valley going to savour this victory. It's been a brilliant weekend for them. Worthy gets it down.
Worthy's really turned it on here in the second half. He's been unbelievable.
Minkevichus comes on for Wern. But you know what it means with Michael Wern for next week?
He'll be on.
He'll be on next week. One off game turns into one on game for him normally. But Diamond Valley, I said that they were tough. I said that they are quick. They love playing in the last quarters. That's where they play their best. Chahal with an easy 2. And they've come to play here. 29-9 last quarter has seen Diamond Valley go absolutely insane in this final quarter, and they get the job done by 14 points in the end. 89-75. Again, how are you going to stop these northern teams who are going to cause a lot of headaches for Mount Gambier, for Hobart, for Bendigo, for Knox, for Waverley later down the stretch? Diamond Valley, it's taken them a little bit to get going in season 2023, but much like their rivals in Eltham, they're really starting to find their groove as we head towards the second half of the season, Orlandos.
Diamond Valley were just so impressive. They really just turned it on in that second half. They made the correct adjustments and they took advantage of their physical advantage. And then once Melbourne stopped shooting those 3s and they weren't falling as well, they just steamed ahead and win by 14 points.
Yeah. Jock Perry, probably your player of the match after that one.
Yeah, I just thought he took the game into his own hands. I think in the first quarter he was a bit timid Didn't play as aggressive as you'd usually see him. And it's just like, oh, hang on here. I have a physical advantage.
Yeah.
I'm a head taller than everyone. Give me the ball and get out of the way. And there's so much action came from him, whether it's him setting a screen and rolling. He's got such a soft touch. He can hit those small jump shots. He can roll to the basket and play physical inside as well. But I just thought he was the big turning point for Diamond Valley.
And for Melbourne, it was a great first half, but then something just, like I think they might have maybe spent a bit too many petrol tickets in that first half because they didn't have much left over in the second half to do.
Well, as we just get given the box score now, let's just have a look at Wern and Purchase. So Purchase was 3 of 13 from the field, and Wern was 2 of 10 from the field. And that's where I'm talking about the different avenues to score. So you had Mason Gaze and Shahal go off in the first half, but then at some point they were going to cool off, and they needed people like Wern and Purchase to pick up the slack. And unfortunately they couldn't get it going today, and then that's what you saw.
So next week, Diamond Valley have got Sandringham at home, which is going to be a classic match because you've got Ben Eyre and Campbell Blogg and Dane Pinot in that Sandringham lineup, and they're taking on the likes of your Jock Perrys, your Erica Fritzes, your Manyangs, and of course your Mandrell Worthies. And then Melbourne, they've got the tough task. They're going to be away to the Nuttaway Inspectors next Saturday night too. Ollie, it's been fantastic to call alongside you this afternoon.
Thank you, Tomo. It's been an absolute pleasure.
We'll be back in 2 weeks' time for the game between Melbourne and Ballarat. But on behalf of Ollie Landos, I've been Michael Thompson. We're signing off here. Diamond Valley get it done in the men's by 14 points, 89-75.